So recently, Tom Segura has been getting some heat from the fans because of this rant. I think when I heard it the first time, I thought he was just kidding. It didn't really seem that serious. He talked about a fan who heard him. He hears him on the podcast. He talks about well, mainly Tom talks about the things that he has, the expensive things that he has. He's got watches. He's got his own private plane and he's Mr. Moneybags now. And this guy, I guess, from what we're guessing here, messaged him, DM'd him, or something like that. And I guess Tom got really annoyed, and he had to address that on the podcast. First, it was in Two Birds, One Cave. Let's hear that little rant that are people kind of upset about, and then we'll keep going a little bit more further.
Any car you can't
Oh,
fit
can
in.
I just say
any
this
car
real
you can-
quick?
Yeah.
Every time we talk about like a watch or a car, I'll get a bunch of messages from losers that that try to tell me that I'm making them feel bad about their situation. You're in control of your own situation and your own feelings. So don't put it on me that you feel bad that I have something that, oh, but I'm struggling with rent this month. Figure it the fuck out, okay? Like, don't make my life be a problem for your life. If you don't like it, guess what? You're not going to be able to control what people talk about. People are going to talk about things that you don't have for the rest of your fucking life. So you can decide, like, okay, I won't, fine, don't listen to me, don't listen to that person anymore, but you have to control your own feelings, okay? It's not on other people to make sure they don't talk about a topic that makes you feel bad, all right? Like, I lost 20 grand gambling this weekend. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, if you listen to a podcast, any podcast, you listen to Joe Rogan, any other podcast, right? They're going to talk about something that you probably don't have. And I don't know. I mean, maybe this guy was feeling bad. He was depressed. And, you know, how people just express themselves online. Um, Definitely something to not really get mad about. Especially if it's one of your fans, maybe just kind of ignore it because unless it's like 100 people or 50 people DMing you and saying, "Hey, dude, stop talking about how rich you are." I don't think it should matter. If it's just one person telling you to stop, I don't think you just should pay any attention to that because you hear Joe Rogan, he talks about him having a deprivation tank where he's got a bow range, bow and arrow range, all this VR, big things, and a lot of people listen to Joe Rogan, and a lot of people don't really. I don't ever see that like, oh, I wish Joe would stop talking about how much money he has, or any other podcast. I think that's kind of ridiculous. I mean, when you listen to a podcast, you kind of want to listen to somebody else's story or how their life is going, this or that. But I don't know. Maybe he's trying to be funny with this because then he just kind of hits like little couple of jokes. He puts in a couple of jokes there. Let's continue on with this. See where he keeps going with that. Let's see Bert's response.
You get to choose to be one of the two people. You can be the person that sticks in the fucking hole and goes, woe is me. Or you can be the person that goes, oh, that's cool. I want that shit.
Sure.
I want to work to get that shit. Dane Cook is my example of this. Dane Cook got cool shit. He had cool shit. I just talked to him about it. I remember I got into his car. He had the Land Rover, the big Land Rover, with a cell phone inside there when I got in his car. Now, look, there are comics that saw him pull up to the Laugh Factory back in the day, and they're like, fuck him.
Of course.
I saw it, and I went, oh, that's cool, man.
I thought that too.
That's possible.
I thought that too.
And I will tell you, as someone that witnessed fucking the touchdown of this man, Tom Segura did not always have money.
I mean, of course, a lot of people are gonna feel jealousy once in a while, right? Not everybody. I mean, the vast majority that listen to Tom and Bert are fans, and they also fund them. And of course, he's gonna bring that up, like, hey, of course, you guys are important to us, but stop being losers. So let's go jump to that part of it.
This joke you did, it made me feel bad. And I go, no, I didn't do that.
Hey, look, I also Googled dogs.
And then people were in this car, and I'm struggling right now. It's like, all right, you think people should stop talking about cars?
Yeah.
Just know that it's your mindset, and you're thinking like a fucking loser. But you don't have to.
You don't.
You can change the way you think, but you have to accept the way you're thinking right now is not going to get you anywhere. You're being bitter, you're being petty, you're insecure, you're not confident, and you can change that, but you have to be proactive. If you just sit around and you know what? You only have what you have because of fans, so don't talk about us like that. Yeah, but you're still a loser if you're thinking like that. And so
I just make those.
you may be, I'm lucky to have you as a loser fan, but you don't have to be that way. You could be a winner. You just got to change the way you think.
Isla 1 year came in. I got her the iPad with the pen.
Yeah.
And it was a while back. It was like right when I was selling tickets at clubs. Like,
So yeah, like from that part, like a lot of people seem to get upset. The your mom's house subreddit, like they've been posting a lot of things about unsubscribing, finding other podcasts. For me, in my opinion, I didn't take it that serious. I listened to this like they posted like on a Tuesday or a Monday, and it didn't seem to bother me. I'm a poor dude, I don't got anything if these guys have. I don't got that much money. But yeah, like I listen to podcasts and they're gonna say something that you don't have. Some people might feel jealousy, some people don't. And him talking about one specific person, sure, you're gonna, through that person, you're gonna speak to, a couple thousands of people. And I guess the more less understanding people are gonna take it more to the heart, right? And they're gonna feel more emotional about the situation. But that's because their life is not good, and they're taking it out in a comment on a post or a video. And I guess that's why people got mad. Let's see on the next episode, because even Christina, his wife, noticed that rant, and she had to talk about it, and he had to talk about it in your mom's house podcast.
Well, she's not even being represented in goth culture. God. But I will. You know what? I will go. Okay, look. The top may look like, what did you call me? A golf?
Yeah, look like you're in charge of the fundraiser.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something. Here's how I represent my goth roots.
Okay.
The top may be golf fundraiser.
Yeah.
The bottom, Wednesday Adam loafers, bitch. She wears these in the series.
Wow.
I swear to God.
So you have the same shoes
the
on
socks are too high.
as a fucking 14-year-old?
Yep.
Okay.
These are Prado loafers, just to be clear. They're high-end goth.
Wow.
Okay.
Way to...
My stylist got them for me for a special.
Very relatable.
Oh, is that... Wow, says the most viral rant on the net right now, guy.
Super relatable.
You care to talk about that?
Sure. Yeah. I guess, I did a podcast with Bart. It was a few weeks ago, and I think I had just seen somebody be like the podcast. Sometimes they'll be like the podcast. Really don't like when you talk about like that you got to watch, or you guys will talk about like any success you've had, because like I'm having a hard time. So therefore, and I was like, what a fucking loser, like to read somebody going like, hey, you talking about something that's good or a success in your life, it makes me feel bad about my life. And it just really, I guess two things have kind of come up repeatedly, where I guess it strikes a nerve in me, just because I just hate being around people who have excuses,
Yeah.
Because we've all been there. Like I'm not gonna act like I've never. I've been there.
Yeah, like so he's talking about one person, and now he's trying to sympathize with that person and other people that feel like him. And he said, yeah, I used to be like that one, that person too. I would make excuses for why I wasn't successful. So then you can kind of understand that, right, Tom, that why people might not like that comment that you made. And then like I guess you try to save yourself from any other form of embarrassment, I guess, because it made it sound bad. But I think it was all in good fun. But trying to excuse it, and then you saying yourself, you were like that once. Then why are you even saying it in the first place? Like, it's only one dude, one person, and then out of one person, you unlocked all these other people to start going into your Instagram or on your your YouTube page and start saying, hey, this guy's out of touch. Like every other rich person, they have money and they quickly lose reality in the in what is real, and they're inside this bubble, right? And yeah, they're inside this bubble. They're out of touch and they can't relate to the common people. I mean, that's just being rich, right? You're rich, you don't get to hang out with poor people no more, right? The peasants.
And I'm sure I will continue to be. Meaning, it is a pitfall in life.
It's a human thing.
It's a human thing. Yeah, I'm not immune to them, but I try to not embrace them. And so when I see people going like, when you talk about like a cool thing you got, or like you got a car, it sucks because I don't have one. I'm like, you're thinking like a real fucking dipshit loser, because like you're struggling. No, make sure that nobody brings up something that doesn't make you feel a certain way. It's like, look, man, I'll play for you what I said on the show.
Let's hear.
I'm lucky to have you as a loser fan, but you don't have to be that way. You could be a winner.
So true, Tom.
Well, so it I guess I was bothered because I don't like hearing the excuses. What it extends to also, it reminds me of, to me, this has a direct correlation also with health and fitness. Take care of them.
So guys, stop complaining to Tom. Stop making these excuses in his feed so he cannot, he doesn't want to see your excuses. Kind of goes both ways here, Tom. Like, damn. Okay, like, I don't care. I don't. But he's getting a lot of heat from this. Let's go to his subreddit, the Your Mom's House subreddit. That subreddit is kind of wild. So let's go on there, see some of the things that people have posted. Right at the top here, it says Tom Segura versus Bill Burr. Let's read that here. As a longtime fan of both Tom's and Bill's stand-up and podcast, I've been noticing some differences, especially lately. Just some observations I've had from listening to the podcast recently. It's kind of like goofus and gallant. Shout out to the Highlights magazine. Tom and Christina make fun of poor people constantly. Bill tells stories of taking his clothes he doesn't want anymore to homeless encampments. How he feels unsafe but still does it. Tom and Christina lectures you for being poor and not being successful like they are, while ignoring that they were both born on third base and grew up wealthy and all the advantages that come with that. Bill talks about how the American economy is one big Ponzi scheme. Tom and Christina make fun of the appearance and the pain of others. Bill makes fun of his own shortcomings. Tom and Christina show open disdain and disrespect for low-wage workers. Bill talks about the fact that low-wage workers are treated unfairly and exploited. Tom and Christina flaunt their wealth. Bill keeps it low-key. Tom and Christina need to exploit vulnerable people for their success. Bill only needs one mic. In summation, Never heard that word before. Tom and Tom and Christina are fake as fuck. Oh, Bill Redface is the real one. Let's see. The most upvoted comment says Bill doesn't blow it. Bill keeps it simple. Bill counts his money. So I mean, if you watch the show or any of their shows, Bill, Bert, and Tom, Two Bears One Cave, Your Mom's House, yes, they make fun of poor people. They have a segment where they find the most middle America people.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I've been curating some fucking massive shit. Are you ready? TikToks, I curate them.
Oh.
But not the normal ones. The outliers.
Let's
Make fun of their appearances, laugh about how they get injured, the like the weirder side of America, or
Just so you know, that is a raw piece
It
of
really
meat
is.
she's eating off the bone.
She's cute. I like her.
I know you'd like her.
in any other country, people getting attacked. They make fun of that, but that's the show. You go there and you watch it because that's always gonna be their style of comedy. Bill Burr, I don't really watch his Monday morning podcast. Only like maybe like seen some of his clips.
So John Lennon, Chuck Berry, two of the greats of all time, harmonizing, singing this hit from the 1950s. That's what this moment's about. And Yoko in the middle of it can't handle that she's not getting any shine. She takes the fucking microphone out of the stand, starts playing the bongo, and as they're singing, go, go, Johnny, go, whatever, she picks up the mic and I swear to God goes, yeah, some fucking crazy shit. And you see Chuck Berry's eyes fucking open as wide as they are, and it's that fucking look.
But he's more like, I think he is a little bit more real, and doesn't really talk about how rich he is or what he buys, other than just having cigars and talking about being a father, right? Tom and Christina, they came. Well, I mean, Tom, I think his dad was a doctor, and Christina's dad is like a Hungarian, like a foreigner, worked like as a labor worker, forklifting or something like that. So I think Christina, I mean, she probably has more empathy for being poor because she was poor once upon a time. Tom, when he was going up to be, he was starting up being a comedian, he was in hard times, but he found success within like 5-10 years or something like that, and now they're like really rich, and they they're a family. But that's always been their style since they started, since they were even broke. They always made fun of poor people, and they have an edgy style of comedy. That's why I'm not that that's why I'm not that upset about the situation, because I know their styles. And then comparing Tom and Christina, yeah, of course they're gonna be different, different. So that one, yeah, that's a weird comparison. I don't understand how you think these guys are out of touch. Who doesn't want to hear millionaires and their friends talk about partying on private jets? It's very relatable.
But like, or you go, let's not drink on private jets. Like that's like, if you're buying a private jet to get yourself to work, maybe you should use that as that really expensive plane ticket as a time to recovery and work hard and read a script and not just party your fucking dick off like I have the whole time I've ever gotten private jet. I get on a private jet and I'd be like, if I'm paying $13,000, $30,000, whatever I'm paying for a flight, I'm partying my fucking dick off.
Yeah.
We're eating edibles. We're
Yeah.
fucking
We're eating
Xanax.
ass,
It's like,
brother.
yeah, I'm gonna fucking get fucking wasted.
Yeah, I mean, you get to see the life of a rich person, right? Especially, Bert, who's people think he's an alcoholic, and He's a party animal. He was the inspiration for Van Wilder, right? So he's the human embodiment of a frat boy, um, who's in his 40s or 50s and he's still partying, and now he's got all this money to party in a jet. Yes, of course it's not gonna be relatable, but some people do have that lifestyle, and people just want to hear about it. Let's see another one. I'm not trying to be like kiss ass with Tom and Bert, but this is the reality. You're always gonna hear any other podcast talk about what they have and what they don't have or what they want. Watch another podcast. Watch a murder mystery or a true crime or something else to not make you feel bad about what kind of stuff you don't have. Let's see here. Segura is the new Kardashian. Yeah, like get your ass up and work kind of vibe there.
Get your fucking ass up and work.
Yeah. You guys are some real rascals in this sub this week. You guys are going to get in a stern talk to buy stern talking to by Tommy Buns 9 weeks from now when this week's record episode is released from the bank. So yeah, like what they mean by that is that they pre-record their podcasts and then they have a whole bunch of them and then they release them. They got a schedule. Later, chomos. They've sucked for a while now, despite bragging about all money all the time. It's not funny anymore, you know? See what they say here. Okay. Yeah, I can't read some of this stuff. Tata there redact. Yeah, like I think some of the people that are more, they're more of a, they're like actual fans of Tom and Christina. Your mom's house, their podcast. They don't really care because they know it's a little bit for fun, right? Eventually you're gonna talk about something, and I guess this rubbed people the wrong way, but to other people don't really care, because that's just one thing. You're gonna cancel Tom for saying that poor people are losers and stop making excuses, and then he laughs about it like my fans are losers. Stop being a loser. It just seems like a joke. It's just a joke. Some people sleep well knowing Theo fucked Tom's wife. There's Theo and Christina when they're in the what's it called, the MTV Road Dog or whatever. I don't remember what it's called. This is the most entertaining this stuff has ever been. It's been fun watching some of the fans turn on them while others defend them endlessly. The audience has decided to entertain themselves. Comedians, cancel culture, fans. All right, I'm out. I'm tired about hearing about cancel culture. How dare you? You're trying to cancel them. Heads over to MSSP. Fine, get out of here. Yeah, it's all almost the same stuff. Some people don't like them. Some people are unsubscribing to them. Yeah, and then there's some people making fun of Tom now. Dude spends thousands of dollars a month on a nutritionist, trainer, supplements, and cool sculpting, and still looks like he's melting. Can't wait for the Weatherman to shut him down. 11-0. Yeah, Tom got in a fight with a whole state because he said that they sucked.
Following all across America, and Funny Man was sharing some pretty colorful opinions about our home, the city of Erie. It all came in a recent podcast that had Joe Rogan laughing. Take a look.
I hate Erie, Pennsylvania so much.
Erie, Pennsylvania.
Such a dump, a bunch of losers. It's a depressed town with a depressed economy, and if you live there, you know you're zero. Yeah.
Just get out.
And the Weatherman made fun of him. And Tom challenged the Weatherman to a basketball game.
I mean, please, we can get along here. We all can get along. We just gotta You know, I mean, we're all stuck here for a while. Let's, you know, let's try to work it out. Let's try to beat it. You know, let's try and work.
Some people are saying it's Garth Brooks. You know, finally bring him down, but I don't think that's it. Tom kind of harasses Garth. Well, not him personally, but the fans do, and they go on his Instagram and start referencing things from the show. Coming into the sub lately, it smelled like bitch in here. So look, there's so the guy, the Weatherman, replies to Tom about the challenge, right?
But even hearing that, it feels like there's got to be more to it. That level of anger. I don't know.
Yes, and the reaction that Megan
It's
has
just a little bit over the top.
local leaders you don't want to miss. So be sure to stay with us at 6:30.
Local leaders?
David Walter, yeah, it's tough to describe our home in good conditions this morning, at least when you take a look at what's coming down out the door. It's a mess out there.
I heard for Tom, the reason he's so mad is because he wasn't voted in the top 10 of the sexiest bald men alive. That's what I'm hearing.
Burn, David Walter.
David Walter, you're going to get it, man.
He says, come to Austin and we'll play basketball. He says, I am in for this. I just need some time. I need some financial support to travel to Austin since I am a small market weatherman who gets paid to be wrong all the time. GoFundMe, maybe. But he's down, I guess, to challenge Tom. I think maybe the weatherman knows that he's been getting some flack about those poor comments, those peasants out there complaining and making excuses. Tom should fly him out. Sheesh. It's not as if he's a fat or like us. I'm sure he'll rent a private jet just so he can do some prank on him. Yeah. Even in Garth's shows, they're like trolling him. Why are the bodies, G? I mean, they're everywhere. You know, all the YMH fans are out there, man. You know, old Tom looks like that dude from Mike Myers. And what's that movie from Austin Powers? I'll edit in who he looks like.
Well, if it isn't Austin Powers.
I'm sorry?
You got a lot of nerve dragging your jive white ass in here.
I don't believe we've met.
It's me, Foxy. Foxy Cleopatra.
My kings and queens above 18. You know this beautiful queen.
Hello. Can you believe it? I'm here with royalty. TikTok royalty, the king himself.
TikTok royalty, I'm with you.
And we're above 18.
Yes. I had a beautiful day with this young queen.
Queen above 40.
She is my queen.
Aww.
Big-titted animal.
Oh, thank you, King. That's
yes.
Big-titted queen.
Tim, I'm going to steal your queen.
Don't you dare.
Oh,
Tim.
Yes. I'm going to steal your queen. You better watch. My kings and queens above 18, you guys have a beautiful...
I mean, at least sometimes the people that they do make fun of, they go and interact with, like, what's that dude? Robert Paul Champagne. Very long running joke with that guy. Very weird. And they managed to hang out with him, talk to him. So they do interact with some of these people that they make fun of. So, you know, trying to balance it out there, you know? So, look, now we get to the Tom Segura Instagram. Let's look at some of the comments here. Alright, this is Tom's mom. Somebody says, how much did this picture cost you? Low about 50,000. Damn, and a boob just on them. No, I think that joke is more related to his mom always trying to get money from. Well, Tom's mom is always trying to get money from him for every little thing he does for her. She wants a car, she wants this, she wants that. So I think that's more of the joke, but they could also mean.
Well, I mean, can we make it an even trade or something?
Oh, an even trade. Okay, what do you give me?
I got a handbag.
It's a photo of you.
No, but it's a trade. So you're trading for what? For a picture of you?
You want a picture of me? I'll send you a picture of me.
No, I don't want. That's not the trade that I want. I have an album of you.
Okay, what would you like?
A purse.
I knew it.
It's not very expensive.
It's not very expensive.
I'll get her a beige purse.
It's not
About Tom being rich. Yeah, Simple Jack. She looks like Simple Jack.
My mom got a haircut the other day. She FaceTimed me, and she looked like Simple Jack, like from
it looked
from
so
Tropic Thunder.
It was so bad.
She looked just like that. She looked just like that.
One here. Yeah, there's another one that says, "The shut up Poor's lecture was rough." Yeah, there's another one here. Says, "People do it. Poor people suck." Some people still, you gotta know how to spend your money. I mean, look, I think that's all we have to see about this. Like this is all we saw from it. He's gonna get some sort of backlash. I didn't think he was. I thought it wasn't gonna be that serious. And then until I saw a couple of people talking about it on the subreddit, I was like, oh,
I'm lucky to have you as a loser fan, but
let's do a little research. Let's go find out. And yeah, some people definitely didn't like that. But to me, I don't care. To you, let me know. Does this bother you that millionaire comedian told you that you're a loser and stop making excuses?
You're thinking like a real fucking dipshit
Let me know,
loser.
guys. Subscribe and see you guys next time.
You only have what you have because of fans, so don't talk about us like that. Yeah, but you're still a loser if you're thinking like that.